They say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, but let's be honest, sometimes he has to help you, and this is one of these times. So the first thing I did was got some pork baby back ribs, and I rinsed and then pat them dry and removed the membrane right about here. It was a struggle, I will say, but it is worth it because it makes the ribs easier to cut and cook. And then I got some mustard and one of my favorite smoker / barbecuing grilling seasonings, and I smothered the ribs with the mustard to create I guess they call it like a prime. Just think you are priming your meat. You are priming the meat before you add the seasoning. And then you are going to pat that yellow mustard all the way in. You probably could use Dijon if you want to be extra fancy or extra. But I decided a yellow off-brand mustard was appropriate. And then I smothered this in completely and began to add the seasoning. Like, I literally drenched and pat dried the seasoning into the ribs. Like, season. This creates a rub, and then you get the ribs ready to go on the smoker. And then my man was like, we need more seasoning. And I was like, wow, okay. So then we get the ribs ready to go in the smoker. They came out of the smoker, and then he basically put them in foil after like a few hours of cooking with butter, which I thought was very extra, but that's why I like him, because he's very extra, just like me. So then we put these ribs in the foil with the butter, and then he put them back in the smoker. It was, like I said, he had to help because it was like this full-on process, taking and cooking and removing and then smoking them again. Definitely takes a few hours, so give yourself at least 4 to 5 hours to smoke these ribs. I know it sounds insane, but it's worth it. And then he pulled them off and he put the barbecue sauce on them like this, and we use Everett & Jones. And let's just say that we smoked them again for a little bit, and after a long day of smoking ribs, they were done. Yeah.